Hello everyone, Taureor here. Hearts of Iron, vanilla, no mods this time. We're doing Germany tanks only again, but this time better. And this time I'm gonna make it work. Regular difficulty, Ironman mode, historical focuses. What are the rules? We gotta beat the Soviet Union and we can only use tank divisions. Let's go. Last time I did this, I only used tank battalions, so no motorized infantry. It was terrible, as you can expect, and some of you were pissed I wasn't using motorized infantry. But I wasn't using motorized infantry because it's not tanks and it was supposed to be tanks only. This time there are two rules. There has to be at least one tank battalion in any division we use, and it can be accompanied by extra mobile battalions, like motorized infantry for example, or possibly cavalry until we get something better. Support is allowed. Victory condition, defeat the Soviet Union. We can have other troops, but we cannot use them to fight. We're going historical with some changes. For your plan, we're gonna need trucks, tanks and guns. Support later. Civilian first, cancel Mepho bills. Speed up and pause. More troops. We have enough PP for our first war goal. Rather than suck up to the Dutch, we are going to conquer them. The viewer Varenvel Darakus gave me the advice to attack the Netherlands early. And actually I think that's good advice because we'll get a lot of resources from down here. I'm gonna justify on the Dutch East Indies because it gives less world tension than attacking the Netherlands themselves. Outer key. We're gonna promote Kesselring to a field marshal. Denounce Indonesian ideals. Bormann, Army Innovations, Industrial Research. Deploy 100 cavalry or camelry battalions. Must be a new one because I've had thousands. We're in Spain, let's ignore that. Offense Expert. Oh wait a minute, I was supposed to take the other one that I'm just unlocking. It's fine. Hermann Goering Werke. Let's make our division. Oh, I don't have enough army experience to exchange a truck for a tank. We'll do that later. For now, all of you, Panzer Division. Actually, I deployed too many. 2 armies will be enough to take the Netherlands out. Yes, they're weak, we don't have enough tanks for them, but they will be sufficient. Modify this to have less tanks, because we don't have them at the moment. It's not that many. It'll be a small division, but enough to take out the Netherlands. We'll make better ones later. Ooh, too many guns, not enough tanks. Adjust. Kader F. Wagen. Justification is ready, let's declare war immediately. Note the date, 12th of October. This will let us bypass Anschluss in a moment. Attack, but don't win yet. We need the war to last at least 2 weeks. Right, stop now. Okay, it lasted long enough. Finish them off. Excellent. Not sure if this 2-week thing still applies, but just to be safe, we need to do that. We're gonna get puppets. Add war reparations 2. That's round 1. Now we annex the Netherlands territories, yeah, and take their fleet. And that's it. Got new ships, new territory, and new puppets that can give us resources. Some oil, and a lot of rubber. Interesting. Empire of the Dutch Antilles is producing oil, but no trade route can be found. Do I need to build a port for them? Rudolf Hess. Deploying lots of troops. Horse division for garrisons. Fuel. Research. Goebbels. Professional officer corps. No intervention. That's about the Spanish thing. Sure. I don't care about Spain this playthrough. Work conditions. Forgot to prioritize garrisons. Time for Rhineland. So we bypassed. Anschluss. We have some cavalry deployed. Switch it to larger infantry divisions so we can intimidate our neighbors. Once again, I'm not allowed to use these divisions in combat. Only tanks and motorized and such. Anschluss. Next up, Sudetenland. Yugoslavia, not yet. Free trade, for better research and production. War economy, same reasons. Trains. Meticulous preparation, and maneuver warfare. Panzer expert or combined arms. Actually, this is good for motorized. Let's do that one. Unit conference. We got them. Now, let's try Slovenia. Go intimidate them. Japan attacks China, not my problem. Krupp. Oh yeah, and I can use the 3rd division for quicker deployment. I need all these troops in the field so that I can intimidate Yugoslavia. I need all my manpower to be in the field. Maybe should have gone to extensive conscription, we'll see. Oh, they can trade oil now. Apparently I don't need to build them a port. Frankfurter killed in jail, we don't care. Yugoslavia submits. Good. Now do it again. Extensive conscription. I think it's time to start researching the medium tanks. We might be using them. Dora. Base stability almost maxed out. Oh, these guys are getting attritioned. Once again, I'm not allowed to use these in combat, only for intimidation. Fate of Yugoslavia. Wait a minute, let's check if they're guaranteed or something. Just by Romania. Fate of Yugoslavia. I want to use medium tanks, I think, but I think Porsche will be better for us. Let's do that one. 2 million manpower in the field should be enough to scare Yugoslavia into compliance. You want to buy airplanes? Sure. I think we'll need logistics companies. Better guns. Fate of Yugoslavia. Never take the last option if you don't want to fight Britain because they'll just attack Yugoslavia. Normally I would just annex all of Yugoslavia, but I think we'd be better off with a Croatian puppet. Let's do that this time. Our borders look ugly, but we wouldn't be getting cores here anyway. And I can actually make even more puppets. Be sure to not make a Yugoslavia puppet. So let's get some more. Republic of Montenegro. Kosovo. Ooh, that's a new thing. I haven't seen that. Retain states with our core, of course. Slovenia, Transylvania, and Serbia. We have a bunch of small puppets. They'll all grow stronger, and I wouldn't get cores there anyway. Now, I could try and push harder to get Greece to give me land, but I've never seen this work. Maybe once. Let's finish Czechoslovakia off. Railway gun research complete. We'll need some of those, and some trains. 10 railway guns, please. I forgot about the spy agency. Well, okay, silly, Mauser. Now I could release the Netherlands as a subject, but their focus tree makes it that it could be difficult to handle. We don't need the trouble. Perhaps I can even do modern tanks. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's start on the improved medium research, and then we'll do the treaty with the USSR and all that. Fascist Spain. Fate of Czechoslovakia. Blitzkrieg theorist. Now we can invest in our doctrines a bit. Do not invest in Turkey. I need to place Turkey again, or Romania, been a while. Which one would you like? There's the anti-democratic race to maximize our base stability, and radio propaganda. Decrypt the Soviets, of course. Improve relations with Poland. We might get them on our side. Actually, let's actively try that, because I'm not gonna fight them. We could do Molotov-Ribbentrop and wait for the Soviets to attack them, or we can just take them ourselves. I'm gonna set up Slovakia as a puppet. Non-core territory doesn't really give you much. Oh, I made a mistake, because we immediately start with 50% collaboration, apparently. So I should have taken everything. Oh well, and we can exchange it. For Danzig to befriend Poland. And it might actually be a good deal. Let's try that. Regrouping expert. Hitting Bulgaria and the Axis could be useful. Let's recognize their claims. Be spy master. Let's befriend Hungary some more. Oh, they no longer like me. Now, Danzig for Slovakia. Poland, what do you say? They do agree. Nice. Let's try to befriend Poland and get them into our faction. Let's go left here. I need to make Poland more fascist for them to join our faction. Logistics expert. Poland befriended. Time to align Hungary and Romania. Right, fascism is growing. Now we need world tension to go down. Or perhaps we can use a diplomatic mission for it. Or I could cheat and quickly justify a war goal, get them to my faction, and then cancel that. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? World tension is just a number. Justify a war goal on the Soviets. Just for a moment. You go back to promoting fascism. Wait a minute, why did the world tension not go up? Oh, did they remove that? Right, cancel the justification. Oh, that's weird. Very unfortunate that my agent got captured. It might ruin things with Poland. I'm gonna fire Rudolf Hess and replace him with Wilhelm Canaris. Because Rudolf Hess is gonna leave anyway, and I need the extra agent now in order to get Poland into my faction. Let's start with Romania. Bulgarians non-aggression, sure. They're also willing to join the faction, eventually. Right. So we have one agent on the diplomatic mission, one building the network, and one boosting fascism. Let's see if that's enough. Got the Soviet cipher. Just need a bit more fascism. We'll deal with the tension thing. Align Hungary. Now, Romania, do you want to join my faction yet? Not enough fascism. Working on it. If I get Romania and Hungary to my faction, I should get another agent, and that'll be enough to get Poland. If I can do it in time. I'm a genius. Romania's getting there. And we can finally invite Poland to our faction. Excellent job, spies. They should all get mansions as a reward. Great job. Invite to faction. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Now let's send you to Romania to speed up their transition to fascism. We got Poland. This is great news. Italy wants to join. I'm not so sure about that, because they could drag me into a war with the Allies. I might be better off without Italy, to be honest. Let's get Hungary. Italy can wait. Now we need the treaty with the USSR for tank boosts. We got the improved medium chassis. Now with this, we can go all the way to modern tanks with boosts. Maybe even before we fire to the Soviets. That would be something. For now though, let's do advanced light tanks. Oh, and this. Good boost to motorized. Oh, also Italy is still technically at war with Ethiopia, so that's a no-brainer. Let's not let them into the faction. Come on, Romania. There we go. Now, feast your eyes on this. Excellent. Now time to get some tanks. We'll get the Autobahn here. Get me military factories. That'll do. Time to set up our template. Motorized recon, engineers, support artillery, logistics, anti-air. Max speed is 12. We don't want to slow them down. For now, I'm just going to add one light tank battalion to make this illegal for the rules of this playthrough, so we can use this template. But then I'm going to expand it. As though, I'm thinking one full army should suffice. Well, one full army group. And you can switch to the small one in case reinforcements are needed. All of you, tanks and trucks. Train up. I'm gonna make better tanks. This might look impossible to accomplish soon, but once we're done constructing all these factories, it will be easy. And we will be done with them soon. Fuel is a bit of an issue. Fortunately, we have puppets. There you go. That's a bit better. And you? All the spies to the Soviet Union. USSR, will you accept the treaty? Yes, you do. Excellent. Let us not delay at all. Get the better medium tank. We're gonna make sure everything else is in place and delay the tanks in our army, so we can make the best ones. Integrate war economies, turning Romania and Hungary into puppets. Best research. We're still missing some fuel, but that will soon be resolved by Romania. No, Italy, you cannot join my faction. Romania accepts. Hungary accepts. Interesting. Poland wants to get Lithuania into our faction. Sure, more oil. Let's help Bulgaria become fascist faster, maybe. Just use the spies on the Soviets. Collaborations first. Let's befriend Japan, this might come in handy. Fuel's full again, exercise. Trade agreement with the Soviets, sure, temporarily. Oh, they really run out of slots to build in. Looks like it. But let's get some civilian ones here, and militarize our subjects a bit. Now, actually, I can get more oil by building infrastructure in Romania and over here. The light tanks we have are terrible, but that's gonna change. I don't really have anything better to do, so I'm gonna try and pressure Greece. Maybe it will work this time. They seem to have no allies at the moment. Oh, and improve relations with UK and France. Just to encourage them to not interfere in Greece. But actually, don't actually have a border with them even. Sending a diplomat to Bulgaria. Finland opposes the Soviets, let's see. You know what, I always wanted to do this, but it was never really viable. Let's ban communism. This will reduce my stability, but I can then do... I should have done the raids first. Right, let's do anti-democratic raids and improve work conditions. No more League of Nations. Oh, carve up Greece. Does it work? Let's bind Bulgaria to us. What does Greece say? Greece says yes, really? Well, then perhaps we can get Greece to ourselves as well. Alright, almost ready to get Bulgaria. Bulgaria now willing to join. Excellent. Oh, is it time for a war? Soviet Union is justifying against Poland, and our troops are not yet ready. Let's see. We have almost a year. Let's assign the railway guns. Advanced light tank research complete. Let's set up a light tank. The speed of our motorized is 12 kilometers per hour. Let's try to match that. Let's do the Christie suspension to make them faster. Gasoline engine. Boost the engine. Let's make them good. Let's put an improved small cannon on it. And some extra ammunition. And boost the engine so it doesn't slow down the rest of them. This looks decent enough, I think. Let's use this model. Let me know if it's terrible. Use the improved small cannon on this one. Let's make it a light one. Is it not reliable enough? Yeah, it's okay. Make lots of those. Oh, crap! Well, apparently, we're in the war now. The Soviet Union just declared war on Lithuania, who we have allowed into our faction. I didn't know they had a war goal. Well then, it's time to fight then, isn't it? Stop the exercise. Now, I'm not really ready. I have just started producing proper tanks because I calculated everything for them attacking Poland, not Lithuania. Should we attack anyway? See, it always happens. I'm almost prepared, then something happens to invalidate my preparations. Now, there are two ways we can do this. We can let them fight it out with Poland while we prepare, or we can strike back now to preserve our allies. Because I don't actually need to accept the call to arms. So we can sacrifice Poland until we feel strong enough. The problem with that is I am actually Polish. Like, proper Polish. Not like my grandfather was Polish. I actually live in Poland. Which you probably know, but I guess I had to explain. So I don't feel like sacrificing Poland. However, I feel like I might want to wait for the fate of Greece to be resolved first. Meanwhile, I'll just get these guys to the front lines. Let the Lithuanians do the first fighting. Poland has been called in as well. Romania has not because they're a puppet. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna ignore the Romanian border. Just not call them in and attack from Poland. Get going. Get prepared for the attack. Hungarian fighting competition, sure, whatever. Fate of Greece is done, let's see what happens. Greece submits, excellent. Are you now my puppet? Yes, you are. That's very good because Greece is a great puppet. Very aggressive and does naval invasions. Speaking of naval invasions, I do have a navy, and a pretty sizable one. We have stolen the Netherlands navy, and we have our own. I should use that to ensure that there are no naval invasions against us. So let's send it here. Take treaty with the Italians, sure. Get more innovations. Are we ready? Almost. Maybe we can even prevent the collapse of Lithuania. I think we should join the war now. I shall accept your call to arms. We're now at war with the Soviet Union. I will call everyone in except Romania. Why? Well, because we want to benefit from them contributing to the fight, but I don't actually want Romania to be involved because then the Soviets will guard this border while we don't have to. Right, let's activate and see if these troops are worth anything. It is too early. I was not yet ready. But maybe we can at least push them back a bit. I'm missing various support equipments and I'm missing light tanks. Lend-Lease. Do we want Lend-Lease? Sure. Italy would still want to join my war, and Italy is technically at war with Ethiopia, who is technically allied to the Allies. So no, Italy, you're not worth it. Alright, this is looking good. My tanks are not doing much. Oh, can we get Turkey involved as well? No. Okay, this is not looking too terrible. Perhaps I should call Romania in, because it looks like Poland and Romania actually have better forces here than the Soviets, so it might be beneficial to us. First, let's extend the front line. My troops have pretty good offensive capabilities, so supported by the troops of our subjects and allies, we should manage this. However, logistics are a bit of an issue, and so is fuel. So, let's get some. Fortunately, our industry is strong enough to do it. Enough fuel? No, not yet. How about some from the States? That's better. Boost the doctrine, and also boost the doctrine. Do we want to do unexpected thrust? Actually, Blitz looks better, although this is not countered by anything. Let's prefer unexpected thrust because there is no counter to it, apparently, because it's unexpected. Alright, we're pushing them. Now, can we maintain this? Because we don't even have enough equipment for everyone. Perhaps I should have stuck maybe 3 armies and just used them as elite forces rather than a full front line. But that's the way I do things, and it's always served me well. Time to get Romania involved. Romania is actually pretty good as an ally. They have good troops and they act aggressively, similar to Greece. God damn it, Italy. Really? Really? Okay. If that's how you want to play it, let's kill Italy. There's always something, isn't there? Well then, Italy, your time has come. Now my tanks will probably not do too well in the mountains, and also, I need you guys to get into the front lines very quickly. Fortunately, motorized troops are fast. Now I do have some of these reserved guys. They're not technically tanks, so I'm not allowed to use them. I guess I could switch one of them into the template we use normally, with motorized and all that. We do have some trucks available, and send them over here because they're closer and they'll get in position faster. At least they can halt the enemy's advance. When did I get this guy? Pretty good. Go quickly and stop Italy from being a nuisance. I left 3 armies on the Soviet front. Italy joined the Comintern. Yeah, of course they did. Oh, wait a minute. This could be beneficial because the Soviet Union might join the war against Ethiopia, which in turn might make the Soviet Union fight the Allies, which would be great for me. Italy, did you actually want to help me in your weird Italian way? There. Okay, wars have been merged. Mongolia, yeah, sure. Deal with the Italians before they make too much trouble. Actually, my puppets do have some forces. Disband these. Use them yourself. My puppets do have some forces, so they should be able to defend themselves at least until my troops can come and help. You be aggressive. Very much so. Actually, all of the ones fighting Italy should be very aggressive. And on the Soviet front, be balanced. This should be enough to win this. Ethiopia is now at war with the Soviet Union. Will that mean a war between the Comintern and the Allies? This is looking, if not good, then at least stable. Film industry. War bonds. Demand military access to Bulgaria. I don't need that. Flüchtlinge. How you guys doing? Well, not so great, but with the help from all the allies, you'll do fine. See, once again, we have to improvise. I was ready to fight the Soviet Union in about 200 days, with new tanks and all that, and just the Soviet Union. Instead, we're fighting them early, and at the same time as Italy. Italy is weak, but let's just say motorized battalions are not well suited to invasions through mountains. But we're dealing with it. I hope our fleet can make sure there are no naval invasions. We have been stopped over here. I'm going to put these guys on cautious, because realistically we have to beat up Italy completely before we can commit fully to the fight with the USSR, I think. And of course, what did I forget to use? The cipher. Yeah, I should have used that from the start. Oh well, I always forget. Fortunately, we have Poland and Romania here to help out. I don't think I'll need cold liquidization, but let's do the focus just in case. Alright, we're making progress. It's probably costing us quite a lot. Let's check the casualties. Oh, the Italians did not kill that many. Actually, I killed more Italians, even though they have the mountains and all that. This is our victory. Albania is more difficult, but it doesn't really matter if we can take Italy proper, then having their forces in Albania is only beneficial to us. Go aggressively. Yes, I know it's costly, and we're missing all kinds of equipment. But if we can, if you permit me to say, blitz Italy, it's gonna make everything much easier. Essentially commit everything we have to one front so we can kill the enemy, and then we can move on to the other. And it is looking good enough. My main worry is that we'll run out of equipment before we can finish off Italy. And we lost 1 railway gun. Good thing we have spares. Should I swap to balanced? I probably should swap to balanced at this point. These guys are probably just disband so the others can actually get reinforcements. Let's do that. Going well in Albania, we'll have some reinforcements ready soon. Losing railway guns. Soviet border is stable. Perhaps we can finish these guys off. Maybe I should have expected Italy to attack Greece. Here's some troops for you, Greece. More doctrines. Desperate defense can be quite powerful if you're losing, but we're not. 5 brigades. Back and blow. Only need 1 more coalition government in the Soviet Union. Try spying on Italy a bit. Slow progress. Some of you have a problem with me using field marshal level orders. Not sure why, but some do. And I realize that actually manually controlling small tank armies to surround the enemy is a very efficient way to do this. However, I'd like you to remember one thing. I absolutely loathe micromanagement, and thus I don't want to. Also, one could argue that I'm proving... Oh yeah, you guys gonna be disbanded. We need that equipment. Where was I? Oh yeah, I'm proving that just using field marshal level orders is a totally viable strategy if you do it properly. Can we finally get the Italians out of Albania, please? How's Bulgaria not called in? Come on, Bulgaria, what the hell? Dangerous borders against enemies. Oh, so I need this province. I'll just try and attack their port. If we can make it happen, let's do Reichskommissariats. At least this is looking promising. Romania rejects Soviet demands. Yeah, really, you're demanding they give you territory when we're actually in your territory. Not very smart, Soviet Union. Let's get her to Italy. We need more network in Italy. How are the Italians holding this? And there's Soviet reinforcements. I guess it makes sense. On the other hand, it's maybe good that they send their troops to Greece and Albania, because this looks conquerable. Battlefield support. Got Verona. Nice. Got advanced medium tank chassis, and I was gonna use that to fight the Soviets. But they attacked earlier than I expected. I guess it's always the case. The Russians always attack earlier than you expect. There's some oil here. Get some factories, and also some factories. Well, get that Italian cipher. I need an edge. Also, I keep losing railway guns in the Balkans. Maybe I shouldn't send them there. Are we gonna win this? An ally against Bolshevism? Sure! Who is he? Is he any good? Can't find him. No matter. Combined arms. And once again, equipment deficits. A modern Verdun. Yeah, this could be better. But it's not terrible. Now, can we cut off the Italians? Yes, we can! Excellent! Now make sure they do not retake the port and exterminate them. The cipher is decrypted. Excellent timing. Activate. Oh, you're attritioning. That's not good. Regardless, you shall be aggressive now. You have the cipher. Use it. Can you do that? Probably not. Yeah. Let's cancel this order. Order these guys to halt. No need to push them out of Greece. Just hold the line. Same here. Well, they can't really afford to move troops out of here, because if they retake the port, there's going to be a problem. Well, I can afford to move some troops out of here. Push. Push more. I know we're attritioning. Don't worry. You'll get food tomorrow. Maybe. At least we have fuel. Can we push the Italians at least a bit? I think I was afraid of that. I'm running out of equipment. Should probably stop the attack on the Soviets. Just hold the line. Poland and Romania can probably handle this. And I'm gonna disband these guys. They're supposed to be reinforcements, but I'll use their guns. They do have some guns. That's a bit better. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take another army from the Soviet Union. Just mass troops here, and put everyone unbalanced. I was really hoping that Italy would beat war with the Allies. That would solve all my problems, because, well, essentially that's what happened to me last time, if I remember correctly. I had Italy join my faction. They were at war with Ethiopia, technically, which they are in this scenario. And then the Allies got involved to help Ethiopia. Oh, damn it. Soviet naval invasion, but Romania is handling it. Romania is handling it, I think. Are they? Yeah, I think so. Focus on Italy. Good, making progress. I'm actually catching up on some equipment. These guys will defend forever, apparently. Well, I just need to keep them here. Same with these. Actually, some more people to Italy. Whoops, wrong order. Do the ciphers. Oh, we can do Reichskommissariat Niederlanden. Integrated puppet. Oh, no. No, because we're very close to just making them a collaboration government, so it's not a good choice for us. See, 72%. Finally, Bulgaria has joined. Are you going to help in any way? Poland holding strong. Let's provide them with the Soviet cipher. Ooh, Romania will soon become free. We shall not allow this. I'll build you roads. That's better. Italian government. Oh, did we actually break through here? Nice. I did not expect to. Modern blitzkrieg. Can we force some attacks here? Like, send way too many troops into the province. That should be enough. Italy, pushed out of Albania, being pushed out of Greece. Completed coalition governments against the Soviets. Oh, and lost an operative doing so. Now do that against Italy. War bonds. Exalt terrorism. Come on, destroy them. See, I'm basically just fighting Soviet forces in Italy, which is very disadvantageous because this is not good terrain for me. But if I can push through, and I might with the cipher soon, well, hard logistics. Infantry equipment is fine. Artillery and anti... No, anti not. We're almost there on these two things. Get me more trucks. Use the Italian cipher. Push aggressively. For a moment, while you have the cipher. Come on, just one province is all I need. That's not true, but, you know, let's try and trick the game into believing that. Try to pin these reinforcements in place. I need to break through either here or here, and then we should have some gains. At least our navy is doing well. Ah, damn it. Contain this Romania. And Italian, please. Should we send Romania some help? Yeah. Italy is causing trouble for me. Again. Provisional government of Czechoslovakia. Sure. Do we want that? Yeah. Do the balance thing. I should infiltrate the armies of Italy and the Soviet Union. Perhaps I should have ignored Italy and just secured the borders and pushed the Soviet with everything. Oh, we got the province. Yay! Logistics wizard. Russian incursion in Romania is being pushed out. Excellent. Right, we have it handled. It's not ideal, but we have it handled. Grand encirclement. That must have happened somewhere in Romania. That's fine. I wish the coalition government thing didn't take core provinces. Good thing you can stop that when you're creating a puppet, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working with coalition governments. I should not have created the coalition government of Czechoslovakia in that regard, because Sudetenland is my core. Well, now we know. This might be due to the Romanian invasion. The Soviets pulled some troops out of Italy and sent them to Romania. Mussolini is deposed, and the United Kingdom has joined Ethiopia as our ally in the Italian war in Ethiopia. Excellent! This is actually a turning point, because this is what I feared would happen when I refused to let Italy join my faction. That Ethiopia would call the Allies against Italy, and by extension against their allies. Or rather, against their faction, because using allies in many meanings can be confusing. Anyways, Ethiopia has now done just that. They have called the Allies against Italy, and by extension, against the Soviet Union, which is great for me. I'm gonna ask them for military access. There's gonna be no Order 66 shenanigans. I don't want to fight the Allies, but having military access from them is gonna make things much easier in Italy. I just hope no bullshit Civil War puppet thingy triggers. I just want their territory. All of it, please. Just let me have it. Although, if a puppet is created and it's my puppet, that will be fine. Now, we no longer need to worry, because Italy has been holding me back barely, but they have been holding me back. Now they also had to contend with France and possible British naval invasions. So Italy is done for. Let's execute them, execute the plan, and by extension execute Italy, and then move on to the Soviet Union. Now, the big question is, are the Allies also at war with the Soviet Union? They are. Excellent. It's gonna make things much easier for me. As you can see, the tide is quickly turning, and we are now making much quicker progress in Italy, because France is helping, finally. Full of Manila. Poland is getting all this territory. I will take it back from them, I think. God damn it, Civil War. Now, who rules the parts of the Civil War? Oh, I do. You're my puppet. Okay, that's acceptable. I'm fine with that. Which means I'm gonna get all of Italy. I won't have to share. Maybe it's not that bad, you know, the thing with the Civil War. Need more steel. Right, just a while longer. But where's that collaboration government I was doing? Is it still going? We can rescue Benito Mussolini. Really, why would I? It would help administer Italian territories after our Civil War. You know, this is an interesting proposition. I'm going to do this mission not because I like Mussolini. He's an idiot who opposed us. Oh, I need transport planes. I don't have transport planes. We want to do that, but I'm curious what will happen if we do it. I'm not going to do this out of curiosity. Now, give me 2 transport planes. 2, please. Oh, I need them for reinforcements. For what? Come on, give me the planes. Build some infrastructure for our puppets. Can I actually get these planes? I need some for reinforcements, apparently, but this is not right. I should be getting them to the operations first, because I have operations prioritized over reinforcements. Oh well, so you're gonna go rescue Benito, go back to building trucks and tanks. We're almost done with the war with Italy. Proposition expert. Wait a minute, 137 days. I'm gonna kill Italy before this ever completes. Use the Italian cipher. I'm just curious to see what happens. I don't need him. What kind of puppet are you? A colony. That's not ideal, but I can work with it. Alright, finish them off. Poland is doing an admirable job here. Should you be surrendering by now? Almost there. We get Calabria and we win. Alright, they've capitulated. Most of their territory went to me. That's good. Or at least good enough. Now what we're going to do... See, good thing I made so many railway guns. We made 10 and we already lost 5 of them. Where was I? Let's redo the orders. Time to crush the Soviet menace. Go, with everything. We're done with Italy, now it's time to destroy Joseph. And I almost have enough equipment. See, my dreams of using modern tanks to do this went out the window. Well, the war started too early, but I could at least do a modern, or at least a medium, tank chassis design. What's the best one I can come up with? Now, that's a howitzer. Make it a tank or a self-propelled artillery? I hope it's still a tank with this. I should have researched better cannons for this chassis. Let's add a small cannon too. Some armor. That's a huge amount of armor. And now speed it up. I need to research better engines. This looks silly. Let's use this one. I'll make a better one later. I don't even have them in any templates. Advanced light tanks are too much for us to produce at the moment. But it's all because Italy got involved. Right, you guys get in position and we'll push soon. Yeah, I should have been researching these cannons as well. Although improved medium... No, this gives me improved medium cannon. Let's do that. Our invasion of the Soviets is going perfectly well. Now, it was going pretty poorly for a moment. So now we get an Italian-German technology treaty again. Sure, can get the bonuses twice, why not? I get extra collaboration in the territories I own from that operation I did. Combined arms. Combined arms are working fine. I could annex Czechoslovakia back into my territory. Perhaps I should. I do have cores there. Nah, it's fine. Let them use their focus tree. No, only 4 railway guns left. Come on, get to Moscow. Soviet ciphers ready. Are you in position? Almost. Should I push aggressively? Yes, I should. Alright, everybody, get ready. We're going aggressive, and we're activating the Soviet cipher. Go. You. Take Crimea from the Russians. Bulgarian reintegration campaign. Can I make them a puppet somehow? I doubt it. Right, so we have the cipher active, we have overwhelming numbers now, and we have almost full equipment. Almost. We just need like 13,000 motorized vehicles, but apart from that, we're good. This should be just enough to push Joseph to surrender. That reminds me, we're about to defeat the Soviet Union. Let's ask Poland for some territory. Oh, and garrison support too. Yeah, give me manpower first. Thank you, Poland. Now give me land. Wait, and Romania. You give me stuff as well. And Lithuania. Give me stuff, everybody. Good. And let's crush them. Rush Moscow. Let's capture and execute Joseph, and that will do it. Will Moscow be enough? It should be. Hellenic state joined the Allies. How? If they're my puppet. Oh, see, that's what I don't like about the new focus trees. Sometimes they disregard stuff like, I'm a puppet, so I'm going to use a focus to automatically break free and change factions. Yeah, that's not right, is it? Oh well, we have a bigger prize here. Moscow, give it to me. Here we go. Is that enough? It should be. Come on, take it. Fall of Moscow, fall of the Soviet Union, fall of Joseph, fall of communism. What we're going to do now, we're going to take everything. I'm the first one to pick. There's going to be some contested territories. That's not a big deal. We have the most war score, so we'll be able to take all of it. I'm going to start with taking all of the Soviet coasts to discourage other countries from taking the territory they can't access. I don't know if it actually has any effect on the Peace Conference AI in the current version of the game, but I'm going to do it anyway. Next up, Estonian Independent SSR. Let's take that. Mongolia, sure. Time to do that as well. And now the Italian one. If I were to take it for myself, it would be 1,200 points. What if I give it to my subject? Where's my Italian subject? It's cheaper to give it to them, so let's do that. They'll still be under our control. Submit demands. They contest stuff, I contest it back. Wait a minute, Romania wants to take stuff. Maybe I should get some more puppets first. Satellite some stuff. Right, I kinda did stuff here. Good setup. I might have missed some things. Doesn't really matter that much. Submit. Contest everything. I'm getting everything myself because we can. And we have earned it. Although Poland has earned stuff as well, but I'm gonna be a bastard and not give them anything. I already gave them Slovakia, that's gonna have to be enough. Also, I defended you from the Soviets. Also, all their navies. I might have missed something and let, say, the Allies get something, but I don't really think so. They have no war score. It's all me, Romania, and Poland. And Romania is my puppet, and I consider Poland to also be my puppet, because I spared them and even gave them Slovakia. And defended them from the Soviets. I suppose I could have given them access to the sea. That would have been a nice thing to do. Oh well. They get to live, and that's gonna have to be enough. Confirm and exit. What? Wait a minute. Okay. Japan just declared war on me at the moment of the end of the peace conference, which is an interesting development, but let's maybe not dwell on that too much. Let's have a look at our faction, the Axis. Yeah, we own everything we should own, with the exception of Greece, which was ours and suddenly became independent somehow. I guess they're good with subterfuge. Well done, Greece. Now, are we more powerful than the Allies? Currently, yes, I think. However, if the United States joined them, that would be maybe a difficult proposition. On the other hand, we could get the United States to join us because we'll both be fighting Japan in a moment. Now, our industry is not that amazing, but it soon will be. Also, we have 100% collaboration in the Soviet Union, in the former Soviet Union territory. Well, let's just pause for a moment. Oh, United Mexican States joined the Allies, not my problem. Let this process for a moment. We have been embargoed by Cuba, oh so terrible. And everybody else. And we can create the coalition government of the Soviet Union. They have our blessing and it's gonna take a while. German Russia. Fascist orchestrator. Cool. We have been attacked by Japan, which is essentially not really a big deal if you're as big as us. Japan is a small fry, but orchestrating a naval invasion could prove problematic. On the other hand, I did just integrate the Italian and the Soviet fleet, so let's see how many ships we have. Lots of them. It's around 200 and a little bit. Definitely enough to invade Japan, especially since they're also fighting the United States. I'm not going to bother doing it, because it's not my goal. My goal was to take out the Soviet Union, and we did. German Italy has a nice color. The operation to rescue Mussolini has cancelled itself. We've bypassed anti-Comintern, have a decent amount of factories, endless resources. This is actually the best thing about puppeting the Soviet Union. You can just buy all your resources very cheaply from them, like this. 3 factories, all the steel we need. And we have the same for rubber with the German East Indies. Let's evaluate the situation in the world and do a bit of an outro. This is us, the Axis. We have Poland, Italy, the Balkans, and the entirety of the Soviet Union. We had Greece, but they betrayed us, somehow. And the Allies currently do not have the United States. Now, if Mexico, Canada, and the British Raj do not count as major powers at the moment, can we check that? This list is sometimes wrong, but it looks like they don't count as major powers. In that case, I could relatively easily just invade them now and destroy them. Quick naval invasion of the UK with our big fleet should work, and France is really not a big obstacle. I'm not going to do that, that was not the goal here. Let us evaluate the tanks only, or rather the tank divisions only, way of doing stuff. Last time I only used tank battalions, and this time I used trucks and tanks, but essentially this is just trucks with a tank. I was planning to use way more tanks, but the war started a bit too early. See, the ideal way to do this was to just fight the Soviet Union, slowly advancing, and while our industry was increasing, just add more tanks to the template, like this, eventually replacing them with medium and then modern tanks. But I made the mistake of integrating Greece as a puppet, because that actually called Italy in. We would have won this war earlier, or smoother, if that wasn't the case. Should have left Greece and Italy alone. They are causing problems. Turkey would have been a better ally, but they didn't want to be one. So, is it a good idea to do tanks only on tank divisions only or anything like that? No, it's a terrible idea, don't do it. I did it for the video, check it out, and if I replaced the light tanks with medium tanks, it would have also increased the combat capabilities of this entire unit. And if I did something like this, let's say, with medium tanks, that's a decent amount of hardness and armor, good attack, proper unit, isn't it? This is a terrible idea, don't do it. Next time, if you still want to see videos like this, I'm gonna test out just using tanks as an elite unit, maybe. Although that's just not my style. Looks like tanks are not really compatible with my style, because my style of command is to just paint an order and let the units do their thing. And that's the thing. It works for me, might not work for you. You might like micromanaging tanks. I don't. And truth be told, if I did the same exact setup and just used pure infantry with guns and nothing else and even no support, I would have won this war in half the time. Doesn't mean tanks are bad, but they do need micro. Should I move on to another subject, or should I actually make the effort to try and play with a mix of units, say a full front line of infantry with an elite unit of tanks, just making encirclements and all that? It's not my style, but I can try it if you want to see it, so do let me know in the comments. Right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.